Well, I was very surprised by it because I wasn't aware of the award and I didn't know my boss had nominated me. And I hadn't had that much contact with SSPI, so I was very surprised. But then I was thrilled. And since I won the award, I've kind of immersed myself in the satellite industry and satellite information and what SSPI does. And since then, it's kind of opened up a whole new area of interest for me. I work with I work at a launch vehicle company, and we're focused on kind of our rocket, our launch vehicle, and even though the company also sells the nano and pico satellites that go on our rocket, I'm not personally involved with that. So before I won this award, I really didn't know anything about that part of the company, but now I've learned a lot about it, and that's been incredibly rewarding, and the industry is extremely rewarding. I don't think that I'm going to make a career change. I'm going to stay with spacecraft because that's really the most interesting area for me. I think it's incredibly important because I suspect that this industry might be a little bit conservative. There's kind of an intolerance to risk, and so that probably hinders new ideas and new technology and innovation. So that's, in my opinion, kind of where new people would be really important. Because they're not as hindered by what's already been done and what other people are doing. They might have some good ideas about trying something new. And actually, that's one of the reasons why I like working at Interorbital, because we're trying to do something that hasn't really been done before. And if it has been done before, there's very little documentation on it. So we always need new ideas and creative thinking for our problem solving. Well, from my perspective, I think there's a problem with the accessibility to space. And so I think that there should be a lot more launch opportunities, launch vehicles out there for all the satellite companies. And there's kind of been an increase in popularity in the small satellites, like the nano and pico satellites, all over the world. And there's all these government agencies that encourage the use of these nano and pico satellites, especially at the university level. So, but there isn't a way for these little satellites to get launched, really. Their only way is as a secondary payload. And that's not a good opportunity. It doesn't come up very often. It's not very convenient. It's not on a good time scale. And it's still costly. So I think there should be just more accessibility to space. It's very important for the industry because there's all these different aspects to this industry. Like, for example, our company works on a launch vehicle. And we can't build and design a launch vehicle without knowing what the other satellite companies are doing, what the government agencies are doing, what other launch providers are doing. And an organization like SSPI kind of brings everyone together and also just makes everyone aware of what everyone else is doing. And that's essential for everyone to work together and